Hi guys, how's everyone doing? I'm just gonna go grab my stuff while I'm waiting for y'all to pop on. So excited to chat with y'all. Hi, how's everyone doing? I'll make sure I'm getting everybody through here. Why are you not working? Oh, here we go. Bear with me while I get everybody in here. I'm so excited. Okay, let me grab stuff. I'm grabbing stuff. Hang on a minute. I thought I was prepared, but I'm not. Okay. We are ready to rock and roll. Okay, I'm gonna bring this actually to the back here. Can you see this? You cannot. Hey, look at me with this ribbon. Wow. Okay. So, how's everyone doing? We go live on Instagrams. Hi, y'all. Am I live on TikTok? Are we live on TikTok? Are y'all watching me on TikTok? I don't even know if it's working. Oh, sorry. You know, it gets crazy. Let's see what's going on here. How do I find? Oh, yeah. Amber's live. Okay, good. I'm live. What's up? This is so cool. Okay, they're like live everywhere. All right. So, what's up, everyone? Make sure you chat with me. And if you do put any chat messages, I can put it here in the chat too. So, all right, we are going to get started. It is a big day for us here because we are just rocking and rolling. I'm going to put my phones on silent because this is going to be going off all day. But we are just rocking and rolling with the winter collection. It is just launched. We have it's going crazy. You guys are going absolutely nuts. You guys are really going absolutely nuts. It's so crazy, but this is also like the biggest winter launch we've ever had. And so I'm really excited about it. I want to make sure you guys can see everything that's available. I have a sample of what we have available here, but there's so much more to choose from. I'm so excited. So the cool thing is that we brought back all 4 scents from last year that were everyone's favorite, which is so great. But then we also decided to expand in the product category. So it's like, okay, maybe you want candles and wax melts, but maybe you want something else. Maybe you want something bigger, smaller. Maybe you want an alchemist. So these are all limited, this is the seasonal editions. So these are not something that we restock throughout the year. This is something that you guys wait all year for. And so it's really, really exciting. So I'm here if you have any questions. We're going to hang out, chat for a little bit. And you guys can shop online or in the app. I think you can also shop here on TikTok Shop. You can also shop on Instagram Shops. We're kind of connected to everything. So I'm super excited. Jen M says, hi. How are you guys? And who's watching over here from my personal account? Everybody say hi. And where you're watching from, that would be great too. I would love to know where you guys are watching because I'm seeing y'all's comments and I would love to know where you're watching from. How you doing? So we have a couple of really great things. The thing that you might see highlighted here on the screen is the winter collection. It's a limited edition bundle. And so you actually get a savings of $20 over buying them all individually if you buy through this winter set product. And you can scan or screenshot anytime to save these links. And you can shop to your heart's content. And so yeah, even if you screenshot, you'll be able to get the QR code. You'll be able to click the link from the QR code. I think all modern phones do that these days. So that's exciting. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to start with the scent names and the descriptions. If that's okay with you, I think that would be a wise thing to do. So I'm going to pull up my notes here from, whoops. I'm so far away from the computer that it's like, I can't see anything. All right, let me pull this up. Bear with me. In the meantime, why don't you comment where you're from? Por favor. Did I seriously lose my own bookmark to my own site? Okay. Oh, that happened. That's weird. Okay. You all go check out the website. It is so pretty on the homepage right now. Okay. I'm really proud of this collection if you haven't already figured that out. All right, so let's start with the one everybody knows about, Fraser Fur. This is like, since I launched winter in November or whatever of 2022, this has been the #1 best-selling scent. You'd be surprised what I think the second, I don't know, Liv's gonna have to correct me. I forget what the second is, but we'll get into that. Fraser Fur is a Fraser scent that you all know and love and enjoy, but it has something better added to it. It has frankincense and myrrh. And I did that specifically because I wanted to have this kind of like, I mean, it's Christmas, right? So it smells like a Christmas tree, but it has like the ancient base notes of frankincense and myrrh. And that keeps it from being too one note and harsh and like almost too herbal. It is still very fresh and like obviously it's got that pure fir balsam essential oil in there, but it's got depth, which I think is what makes it so popular, is that it smells like rich Fraser Fur. Nobody, I don't, to this day, I've not met one person who doesn't like this scent. So this is the best scent if you want to gift it, if you're not sure, if you've never tried anything before. I guarantee you'll love this scent. Okay, so that's Fraser Fur. And then we have Euleteed. Euleteed, which nobody can pronounce, that's okay. We put on the Norwegian inspired names, we put the pronunciation in the description of the product page, but Euleteed means literally Christmas time. It's where the term Yuletide, like Yuletide carols, that's where that comes from. The Euleteed is the Norwegian word for Christmas time. So what this scent represents is you're coming into your mom's house. It's you've just like driven home from college and you've been like long distance, someone you haven't seen them in a while, and you're walking through that door, like the side door or something, and she's on the stove cooking and there's Christmas carols playing. The traditional Christmas decor is up and there's a fire in the hearth and she's got a simmer pot of like mulling spices going. That's what this Yuletide candle smells like. That's the best thing I can explain. It is phenomenal. It's so nostalgic. It's got like citrus peel and ginger and Christmas spices, a hint of that fir balsam in there as well to give you that Christmas tree vibe, but then also a little bit of that fireplace hearth. So it's really, really nice. Happy Friday. All right. It's so nice to see you guys joining in, and feel free to ask any questions. You got a question? Ask it. Oz Jane says, hi from Australia. It's 5:30 a.m. on Saturday here. Whoa, you are up early. It is 1:30 here p.m. on Friday. Gotta love that time difference. Okay, so that's Yuletide. And then we have Hygge, which is another Scandinavian term. And this is the intentional act of setting a cozy scene. So Scandinavians, as you probably are familiar with from this term, are really, really good at doing this. And I don't know why this is like blinking. Yeah, you see that? Is it like blinking or flashing? Yeah, why is it doing that? I don't know. I'm trying to make this like, sometimes I just need to get out of my own way. Doesn't it seem like it's doing that to y'all? Why is it doing that? I'm gonna see if I can stream this down a little bit. Disabled while live. Cool. I don't want it to, why is it, did it stop blinking? Hey, I think it worked. Sweet. All right, cool. So, all right, so hygge, the intentional act of setting a cozy scene. This is mulled wine. This is a mulled wine scent is the best way I can describe it. This is a mulled wine scent. There's got some orange peel, some red currants. It's a very fruit forward scent. And it is like that cozy, like you're going in a little Christmas village and you can see your breath and your sleeves are up to here and you're holding a paper cup of mulled wine and you're walking the streets of like Fredericksburg, Texas. That's what this smells like, mulled wine. It's amazing. All right, last one, last but certainly not least, because this is a like sort of like pumpkin teakwood to leaves. This is berry and embers, and it is sort of like the amplified version of any kind of Christmassy scent. So we've got our traditional Christmas scents, but then we've got the amplified version. And we like to do this. We did this with the autumn collection with pumpkin teakwood. And it's like taking something but elevating it, and that's what berry and embers is. And I think that might be why it is neck and neck with Fraser Fir for being the most popular scent. So if you like saffron, if you like cypress, if you like pine, a hint of cinnamon, it's got kind of some gorgeous resins in there for depth, and it's just a phenomenal scent. So it's really kind of this like burning ember. It says berry in the name, but it's really not fruit forward, not like hygge is. Berry is more of like an elevated, refined, elements of all the Christmas notes together, but totally different. I don't know how to explain it. It has this like almost like a sandalwood, almost like a you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the spicy, sort of like oriental notes from Reputation. If you loved the Reputation candle, you'll love Berry and Embers. Not that they have the same notes, but they're kind of like give off like a cousin vibe, because it has this kind of like elevated, like I don't know how to explain this scent to anybody vibe. It says plum, saffron, cinnamon, and cypress. But really, if you go look at the fragrance notes, like it's so much more than that. It's like crazy. Like I couldn't even put all this in there. Lori's asking, why didn't you do Berry and Embers in the Viking size? Great question. We probably should. Because we're like, let's just see. Let's just see if it's popular. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but these candles, especially this one, this is the Viking. We're going to talk about that in a second. They take 200 hours to burn. So if you can imagine 200 hours to burn test something, and if it doesn't work out, then you got to start all over again. It's like, it's a lot of time. That's why there's so much time, and we don't offer everything in these larger sizes because they last so long that it's like, we're like, come on, because you got to burn it down all the way to ensure that it's a proper burn and that it lasts, it looks as good when it starts as it does when it finishes. So it takes forever. You can imagine this bad boy, 600 hours. This was fun. The whole warehouse was like smelling like Christmas in the middle of summer because we were burn testing these things. So yeah, so we'll get into that. But that's a great question, Lori. Thanks for asking that. And we'll definitely consider it. And the Valkyries are made to order. So if that's something that you want, we could consider doing the burn test and letting you order. If that case, if we done the burn test, we'd probably just leave it. like listed on the website. But yeah, great questions. I'm gonna check over on the other Instagram. Jen M says, I'm excited for the winter scents. Happy Friday. Yes, I know. Yeah, I'm excited too, and I'm so excited to see what you guys prefer. It's sort of like a horse race on the first day. We love paying attention to what has sold the most. And so I haven't even looked yet, but I will question Danielle about how much is the huge one. We're gonna get to that in a second. All right, so this. I'm so excited about this, guys. This is the Viking. So we thought long and hard about how we wanted to do the Viking this year, and we ended up deciding that we wanted something that was just like a bigger, we want a 3 wick alternative to the deluxe sizes. So if you guys don't know, these deluxe candles are 12 ounces, but they're not your average like 12-ounce candle, because they actually have a burn time of up to 85 hours, which is absolutely insane. If you've seen any other like normal Joe Schmo, whatever luxury designer candle, they will be um, a burn time of 40 to 45 hours. Ours is a longer burn time because of the fact that we use a very special type of wax that's super clean, non-toxic, slow burning, has a very, very low melt point. And so for that reason, and also the fact that we have the highest concentration of essential oils that you can put in a candle. There, according, there's a lot of stuff like IFRA standards and stuff like that, but we maximize the luxury ingredients in this candle, and that's the only things we put in it. In comparison to other candle brands that will like put fillers and artificial scent throw boosters, and that's why you feel kind of stuffy and like headachy and like overwhelmed, or like you need to crack a window or something. So we don't do any of that. So we have, because of that, you only need to burn a candle for about 4 hours at the most. And then you will get all like the scent going all the way through your house, and then you can blow it out. And you're good. You're good for a while. The scent lingers. It's a beautiful way to like freshen up your space. So that's 85 hours. This is 200 hours. Okay. So really phenomenal. That's actually a conservative estimate. It's actually closer to 240, 250, but we're saying 200 because it's an even number. But anyway, it's longer than that. It's at least 200. So this is the Viking, and you'll notice it's in a smaller format, but a thicker jar than it was last year. It's in white now, and a glossy white, to really keep that like minimalist decor and aesthetic that kind of goes with everything. And this is for that extra boost that's like, whoa, this is insane. And if you really particularly love a scent like Fraser Fir or Euletide, then I would suggest going for this because it just lasts so much longer and the value is really there. And so since it is a smaller size than the previous Viking, so if you ordered a Viking last year, if you were one of the lucky ones to get one, because we sold out kind of quickly, these are slightly smaller. So they're about an inch in diameter smaller than they were before. And instead of having, I think it had 4 wicks last year, it has 3. And so we have adjusted the price accordingly. So it's a really great kind of more accessible price, because I felt like I wanted you guys to have that like boost of luxury, but not be like quite as expensive as like, say, the big Mama Jamma. Okay. So this, I forget how much this is, but let's just put it on the screen. 175. Cool. All right, so that's the Viking, and that is available in Euletide and Fraser Fir. And Lori Hasty, I think you've put your vote in for Berry and Embers. Lori says, I think you hit it out of the park with the white vessel. Thank you. I love it too. Like, look at that. And it's got a real wax seal on it, like all of our Viking and Valkyries do. This is a real hand pressed wax seal. The like luxury linen finish label, the beautiful, perfect gorgeousness that is this candle. I love it. It's like one of my favorite new things. What I love so much is like you don't really notice the details on a candle, but I do. And like the thickness of the jar is really important to me. That's why our jars are so thick. Look at that. It's crazy good. Okay. Anyway, speaking of thick, THICC. Oh, okay. We gotta put this one on the screen here. Let's see if we can find this one here. Oh, we also have a bundle, by the way. A really good bundle that gets you a discount if you're interested in like putting the scent all the way through. We're gonna talk about the Alchemist in a second, but there's a bundle that includes a Viking and an Alchemist. So if you're like obsessed with Christmas tree scents and you kind of wanted to put it all the way, or you love, let's say you love Fraser fir. Let's say this is Fraser fir because this is Eulotied. You love Fraser fir and you want to like spritz it all over your artificial tree, your garland, your wreath, make everything smell real instead of artificial and gross like plastic or one of those gross like fake Christmas tree scents or air fresheners. Then you use Fraser fir and then you burn this in your home and your whole home will smell like a Christmas tree farm, like Taylor Swift said. So that's a cool bundle. We put that on the screen because I wanted y'all to see that. Now, the big mamma jamma. This is the Valkyrie. I know you're like looking at the price and you're like, what? Is she insane? Yeah, no, I am insane, but only because nobody makes candles this big. It's like redonkulous. The people who buy these, we've had people buying Valkyrie candles since 2020, early 2023, and they're still going through them. So yeah, like they last for years. I don't know if you noticed this, but if you click over to one of, it's either this one, it's either Eulotied or Fraser fir. I think it's actually both. There's a picture that I put on a graphic that I made that has a will icon and says like basically your kids will inherit this candle because it lasts that long. So if you're like, okay, I love this scent and I want to burn it all year long and not have to worry about when Amber's like coming out with the next winter collection, this is something that like you buy it once and you'll be using it for years. You'll like store it when, let's say, Christmas is over, and then you're like, okay, it's Christmas time the next year. Let's bring this back out, baby. Like it's so big. It's over 9 pounds. Like, ugh. It's so heavy and it's 600 hours of burn time. Now, remember what I said. When you burn our candles, you get to a full melt pool and you blow it out because you don't need to anymore. Our scent lingers, unlike some people's candles, right? So it lingers. So you don't have to burn it all day. In fact, we advise against that because any candle you burn for too long, more than 4 hours, you're actually just wasting the scent out of it. So just do the 4 hours, and this is also on pay in 4 installments and stuff. So, you know, you can check it out. I also highly recommend our worry-free guarantee if you're brand new to Amber and you're like, I really want this, but I'm not sure. What if it arrives broken? What if it is something I don't like? If it's final sale, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then you put that worry-free guarantee on there and it's taken care of. Like there's no problems. If you have any issues with it, it's taken care of. Full refund. I think it's a really nice option. Brenda says, I'm slightly picky when it comes to buying candles. Can we go in person to smell the candles before purchasing? Absolutely, you can. Deb Leaf says, do you ship to Canada? Yes, we do. Danielle says, will there be a Christmas vlog this year? Of course. I'm already working with my stop motion animator. Okay, I'm caught up on those comments. Feel free to ask some more. I'm gonna go check on everybody else's comments over here on Amber's Insta. Hi guys. Okay, so Jen says, are you doing an Advent candle this year? Yes, we are. We are doing an Advent candle this year. However, the only way to get it, I should put this up here because this is technically part of the winter collection too. The only way to get it is with the Advent calendar. Wouldn't it be awful if this fell? The only way to get it is in the Advent calendar. So this year, Advent is a full-size candle. It's 12 ounces, 85 hours with a wooden wick. And it's the only candle that comes in the gold jar. Imagine these two together. So freaking pretty. I love it. I love it so much. So if you don't know, the Advent candle has, it is the Eulotied scent. It always has been Eulotied. I always state that very clearly. Like no surprises. It's the Christmas scent for the Advent candle, but it has the label, the countdown label on it. So if you were, for example, if you ordered an Advent calendar already, then you probably, unless you want another one, you probably don't need to buy a Yuletide candle because they are the same scent. I just want everyone to be aware of that. But it says that on the product description for the Advent calendar. Not everybody reads that, but we're always here to answer questions. So yeah, that's the Advent candle. If you have any questions on that, let's go back to questions. Brenda says, can we start pre-ordering the Advent calendar or is it ready for order? You can pre-order it now. They're already on their way. So we anticipate those arriving probably end of next week. And then we will begin putting them together, the boxes, because we have a manufacturer that makes these beautiful boxes, and they're all handmade. So each of these boxes, it takes, we had an order of hundreds, and it takes so long to make these by hand. And they're a really substantial box. Like it's a really, I don't know if you've caught any of my lives before, but this is all my design. I designed this all myself. So my touches are on every aspect of these products. Because I don't know, I don't like to outsource anything. I don't like to just like slap my name on something. I am personally involved in everything that went into everything here. So, yeah, so that is available. So if you pre-order it now, then you will get probably, we're going to go in the order that was placed. So if someone placed it when it first launched, then they're getting it fulfilled first, but we should be kind of rocking and rolling pretty soon once those come in. And then we'll get those out to everyone. And then they'll be like off pre-order and just in stock. So you'll know that you can order it and get it, but it's up to you. I will say, I highly recommend checking out. I'm doing this for one day. I think I'm going crazy, but I am doing this for one day. I haven't even announced it yet. Nobody knows this, but basically I put it on the app and the website just for today. If you spend more than $1,500 in an order, which I know some of you do, and then especially with the winter collection, more than $1,500 in an order, then you will get a free Leaves Valkyrie. So something to tide you over if you want to continue and bridge the autumn and winter scents. We will hand make a Leaves Valkyrie for you. And Liv is probably like, wait, that's news to me. What? Sorry. It's going to be automatically added to your cart. So you get a $450 candle for free. Yeah. So there's that. So that's interesting. I don't know. Some of y'all already taken advantage of that, I can see. Lucia says, so pretty. So happy for you. Hi, Lucia. How are you? Liv's laughing. There's a delay. Are you doing a candle Advent? Oh, no, I already answered that question. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, not shown here. We also have, this is new breaking news. Okay. We also have, for the first time ever, or actually for the first time since I think the very first winter collection, we now have all 4 scents as wax melts. We also brought the Golden Deco back, which was limited edition and sold out in a flash. I think it actually just sold out. I think it actually did just sell out. We're going to see if we can do any more of that. But the Golden Deco, and then so that you'll want to screenshot that because we're going to try and get that back in stock if it's it might already be sold out. But yeah, I think that might be out of stock. But the Golden Deco is back for a limited time, or was until just now, but we're going to try and get that restocked. So you screenshot that QR code, you should be able to check that out. And then we brought back all 4 wax melts from the winter collection. So you can get one of each. You can get the Hygge, Berry and Embers, Yuletide, and Fraser Fir. Last year we only had Fraser Fir and Yuletide because we had like our hands full with like a bunch of other scents. Like I think we had North Star and like I don't remember, solstice or something. Anyway, we had too many scents. So now we've got, okay, let's do the 4 scents, but let's go big on all the product lines and be able to like have you guys be, if you love a scent, you can get it in multiple different areas, which is so fun. I think that's fun. Let me know what you think. And then I just want to highlight on here the limited Christmas tree bundle. I call it the Christmas tree bundle because it's like you want your whole house to smell like a Christmas tree farm. Get this and you're set for the entire freaking season. I am still using a Fraser for Alchemist from last year at my house. It's like 3/4 of the way through, and I spritz that liberally. If you check out the product gallery carousel for the Alchemists, it'll tell you how long they last, which is over 1,000 sprays. So imagine like how many of your perfumes or colognes that you buy, if you ever buy a full size, you know how it's like 1.7 fluid ounces is like kind of like the starting point, and then there's 3.4 fluid ounces when you like know you love something, right? And you get it in the big size because it's a better value. And then it's like, you know, $150, you know, $200 perfume at that point. This is 75 for the Alchemist, and it works everywhere. It's completely non-toxic. You can spray it everywhere except your face. It has halal, non-GMO, and vegan sugarcane alcohol, so it's even organic alcohol. And it has over 14 natural botanicals, including marshmallow root, Irish moss, calendula, aloe vera, fenugreek, just so many good things, and they're all listed on the website, so you can see all those things. But I use this on my dogs. I use this on my pet beds, my sofas. I use this on my hair as a hair perfume. I use it in my car as an air freshener. I use it I have one in my bathroom. We have one, like there are people who have one of these in every single room of their house because it replaces all these products. Febreze products, Glade plugins, fabric refresher, all of those things, plus perfume, plus any kind of aerosol spray that's like, you know, obviously toxic. So it's really great. And I had a lot, it was very personal for me to make this because, you know, when you come from days where we were just like ignorant, right? We were like putting Glade plugins in and, you know, spraying like aerosolized, like Lysol, you know, not fabric softener, but Lysol air fresheners and Glade air fresheners and Poo-Pourri and the toilet bowl and all that kind of stuff. And you're like, you know what? This is probably not all that good for me. So, but instead of just taking the nasties out and just putting only non-toxic things in there, I wanted to make it beneficial. So I wanted to make it a healthy fragrance. So it does have those natural botanicals. So super fun. All right. Let me scroll back up on some of these comments. Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, Lori. So pretty. So happy for you. Yes. Okay, wait, I saw that one already. There's such a lag here. Okay. Clicking on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so did I cover everything? I'm pretty sure I did. Did I answer your questions, guys? Because we've been chatting for about 25 minutes. I just want to make sure I'm mindful of y'all's time. Make sure that if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. So we went through the whole winter collection, offering like what's launching, what's new, including like these beauties here. And I'm running out of space because this big bad boy is over here. So just wanted you to be able to see all that. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Any questions at all? And then I wonder, I haven't even said hi to my TikTok fam. Where's my TikTok fam? Let's go to TikTok to make sure we're checking in with our fam there. Okay, good. We're there. All right, I'm going to add these to our TikTok as well. So I want to make sure that you There we go. All right. Do any of y'all follow us on TikTok? If not, you should for sure. Oh, and we restocked the Showgirl candle, by the way, for the final time. So if you were at all interested in getting one before they go away, I would highly suggest picking one of those up. So, okay. All right. I'm just going to scroll up here to see if people have. Okay, good. We're good. All right. So I don't really have much else to talk about, to be honest with you. I'm good. I think I've talked myself out. But I hope that you found this helpful. I will, as always, republish the live so that you can review back if you missed anything or if you joined late. So give us a follow to make sure that you see that post come through. And you'll be able to see everything that we talked about, including the scent names, including the scent descriptions, everything that's on offer. I'll go ahead and repost this entire live as soon as we're done here. So I hope that you enjoyed watching, and thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week for Friday office hours.